Hey, what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everybody doing? Oh, what's going on? There we go. Mic check, mic check. We're good. Excellent. And we're good. All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Who had 908? I think that won the pool tonight. Cool. Welcome to the Turtle Boy live show, ladies and gentlemen. I've gone ahead and there was just 123 people on here a second ago. Now there's 108. Was it my face? Was it something I said? I don't know. But all right, guys, I just went ahead and shared this link to the Turtle Boy Sports Facebook page, as well as the Uncle Turtleboy page and the Clarence Woods Emerson Facebook page. Go ahead and like all of those because they let me stay on Facebook for a bit now. That's good. We actually might be able to build one of those pages up to 100,000 in a couple more years if they stop bothering us. Well, you never know. But I've also shared it on Twitter. Follow me on my Twitter accounts. One of them is about to pass 7,000 followers. That's at Dr. Turtleboy. The other one's about to pass 3,000. So that's 10,000. Not too shabby. That's at Turtleboy Phone. So follow both of them. Just follow Turtleboy everywhere. You can get up the daily emails every day about it on tbdailynews.com. There's a thing right on the side. You can subscribe by email, get an email alert every single time that we publish a blog because you don't want to miss it. We've been putting out a lot of good content lately, breaking some stories that have gotten a lot of national attention, quite frankly, particularly the Tom Mountain story. I made it in Newsweek. That's a first. And Boston Globe, the Boston Herald, pretty much the Hill, you name it. Spectrum. Everybody's been talking about Turtle Boy lately, giving us the credit that we deserve for breaking sex scandals and horse fucking stories and, all that good stuff. But yeah. So go ahead, subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We do this, if you're new here, we do this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night at 9 o'clock. There's this colorful gentleman named Brett that comes on Saturday nights and joins the party. I usually do a freestyle rap too, so if you're interested, if you like the program and you like what we do, the type of journalism that we do here, you can, there's a little button there at the bottom, a $ button. If you press that button, you can donate any amount of money you want, and it comes up as like a billboard for you. You can write whatever you want on that. You can give a shout out to your homie, your dogs, maybe call out your shorty, call out your girl for cheating on you, whatever you want to throw up there. You can put anyone on blast. It's all good. I can't censor it because only YouTube controls it. So do what you got to do. All right. Am I missing anything else? Oh, yeah, the golf tournament. The Turtle Boy golf tournament is in 6 more days. 6 more days to the Turtle Boy golf tournament. Turtle Boy Ryder Cup that we call it. You can sign up right on the website. It's pinned to the top of our Twitter accounts and our Facebook pages. It is $100 a person if you do a foursome, or $125 if you come in solo. It comes with a cart and free food afterwards, raffle prizes, shit like that. It's Monday at 10 a.m. at Kettlebrook Golf Course in Paxton. It's going to be a good time, okay? So, yeah, get at me on there. Okie dokie. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into the stories that we're going to talk about. Let's talk about first the big story in the last, couple hours. The horse fucker that we talked about the other day on the live show has been caught. I'm quite frankly shocked that it took this long. Let's be honest, guys. The pool of possible suspects could not possibly be that big. I mean, how many biracial horse experts do you know hanging around Norfolk these days that like to fuck horses? Do you know a lot? Because I wouldn't imagine the pool is that large. Took him like 3 or 4 days to finally find him. He turned himself in, and it turns out his parents live about a mile from there. So let's meet the man. His name is Jackson Kelley. Jackson Kelley. There he is right there. And Jackson Kelley is, like I said, he lives in Alston now. He's a 19-year-old. And he was visiting his parents in Norfolk. As soon as I saw this, the news didn't put it out at first. And I'm like, okay. They didn't put his name out. And I'm like, I didn't realize Norfolk didn't have their own high school. They go to King Phillip Regional. So I'm like, I put out a thing. So does anybody have the yearbook? Because it can't be that hard to find this kid. Because seeing his age and stuff like that. I didn't get it. other media outlets put his name out. I don't know why the Metro West Daily News or the Milford Daily News or whoever didn't put his name out originally, but they got him. Anyway, let's review the gentleman here, who he is here. Let's see. So this is his mugshot. Like I said, his name is Jackson Kelley. And I mean, the jokes, I mean, as awful as it is that a horse got raped, the jokes write themselves. I mean, I don't want to make this a laughing matter, but it's still kind of funny that anybody would be this fucking vile that he rapes. He fucked a horse. What else is to say? I mean, how would you like to be? Like I said, he seems to have a nice family. I didn't put their pictures in it. He's obviously adopted, and I'm sure his parents are wonderful people. He seems to have a sister with Down syndrome. So, you know, I see this, and as a parent, I guess you just look at it differently now, and you're like, as bad as this is, I feel for the parents of this kid, because this is a worst nightmare scenario. Like, you wake up one day, things are fine, you go to bed, then you wake up the next day, and your kid's on Turtleboy for fucking horses. What? You can't plan for that. I mean, they seem to have done everything right. They seem like lovely parents. So I truly feel bad for them. And I don't know how you get to the point where you fuck horses. I don't know how you get to that point. Could he not get laid by a human? Does he prefer a horse to a fat chick or a hooker? Because, I mean, he's not ugly. He's not like disgusting. He has functional legs. His dick works, I guess. Good enough to fuck a horse. And one day he's just like, I like vagina because it's a girl horse. I like vagina, just not Homo sapien vagina. I like horse, equine vagina. And I really want that horse. So he worked in a horse farm about a mile, also in Norfolk. So that's the other thing. It's like they knew this guy, the person who owns the stable there, knows this guy, must know a thing or two about horses because he knew right where the light was. He could pull the horse out without alarming it, whatever. I don't know why he didn't fuck it in the stall, but he brought it out in the middle. Looks like he was like fucking it in front of the other horses to like send a message like, yeah, I run this stable now. This is my shit right here. I'm King Kong, motherfucker. He was there at 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, to fuck this horse. I heard he was in Franklin at a party before this. I don't know. So maybe for his sake, let's just hope he was drunk as shit and he was doing a dare to like fuck a horse or something. And it was like a moment of Preakness, if you will. Dun ching. But I just can't imagine how low somebody must feel if they're like, I need to fuck that horse. I just need to stick in my Philly filler in there and give it to her. And if he thinks jail's bad, wait till Mr. Ed finds out. That's when shit's really going to hit the fan. So anyway, the horse fucker, like I said, his name is Jackson Kelley. And there he is right there. So he actually, according to the police report, which we'll read, he actually was jerking off. This is X-rated, so take your kids in the other room. I mean, people are saying in the comments, like, get a hooker, bro. He could, but it's not about that. Like, he could get laid, I'm sure. He goes to college. He goes to AIC. Have you ever seen the girls at AIC? Almost in college? Yeah. It's not hard to get laid at AIC. Trust me. This guy could get laid at AIC. It's not for lack of opportunity. He just really wanted to fuck a horse. Bottom line. And I guarantee, I mean, like we said the other night, you don't start with the horse. If you're into bestiality, you're not like, you know what, I'm going to go for the hardest one. The one that requires a ladder. No. You start small. Everybody knows that. Maybe a sheep. They don't have something that doesn't have claws or teeth, like strong teeth, I would assume. Something that's soft on the outside, not too rugged. You can be, you're experimenting. You don't go full horse to start. That can never be your first sexual encounter with a mammal is a horse. No. So anyway, he how can you not laugh? This is so bad. Good Lord. And like I said, I mean, let's be honest. If I had to pick between fucking 𝗃𝗃 and fucking a horse, I'm choosing the horse every single day, and so are all of you. Let's be honest. So I can't, I mean, whatever. It's sturdy. It's like they're always in good shape. You never see a fat horse, do you? You never do. So I don't want to make light of this. This is a traumatic incident, but yeah, let's read the police report together for a minute. Officer Nick 𝗃𝗃 was working the 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. uniformed patrol shift, so he was not expecting this when he got into work. At approximately 8 a.m., I was dispatched to 39 Miller Street to take a report of a male party that fornicated with horse. Okay. When I arrived, I was met by the horse's owner, Sarah Smith, who stated that she received a call from the owner of the stables, who received 𝗟𝗄𝘃𝗃𝗄𝗱, who told her she had video proof that a male party walked into the barn and sexually assaulted her horse. Hillary arrived shortly after and played me the video, and Hillary says she wants to come on. I sent her the link. So, Hillary, if you're watching, check your DMs. I sent you the link to join this. Arrived shortly after the video, which clearly shows a male party masturbating next to the horse. He then proceeded to use a step stool to raise himself high enough to have sexual intercourse, because I guess you have to do that because a horse can't suck your dick, right? So there's no foreplay at all. The horse can't give you a hand job or a hoof job, if you will. So you're going to have to take care of yourself first. You're going to have to get it up on your own. He brought the fucking stool with him. That is a premeditated horse fucking right there. You brought your own stool. Good Lord. So anyway, this horse fucker of color, what did he say here? He says, I notified animal control. The animal control officer from Medway Millis responded. Detective Webb, Officer 𝗟𝗃𝗃𝗃, and Officer Callahan responded to assist. We preserved the crime scene by taping off the stable with the horse was staying in, and the stable where the step stool the offender used was being stored. They brought the crime tape out in case any, geese or sheep tried to interfere with the crime scene, or pigs. You never know. Sarah called her veterinarian, who quickly responded to the scene. The vet took an anal and vaginal swab of the horse. Once the swabs were complete, we seized the leash and harness the offender used to take the horse out of the stable, along with the step stool that was used. I mean, if you're going to fuck a horse like this, and you know it's a crime, I would assume you know it's a crime. I hope you know it's a crime. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe that's the problem. But was I not supposed to do that? Is that frowned upon? I didn't know that. Maybe. But you got to take the stool home with you, pal. You can't leave. If you're going to do this routinely, if bestiality is going to be your thing, you can't be leaving around, critical things that, put you at the scene of the crime, besides obviously the video camera. But you got to they'll fuck it. After you see them on tape, everyone's going to know it's you anyway. Small town. Or at least wear a mask. I mean, it's COVID still. You still have the excuse to wear the goddamn mask. What are you doing, pal? You're like, it's Norfolk. Everybody's white. What are you doing? You're going to stand out like a sore thumb. No human will voluntarily lick his dick after. And that's the other thing about this, too. I mean, I don't feel bad for him because, he raped a horse. I don't think horses can consent. And she's probably only like 4 years old. Like, let's be honest. She's a minor. Well, he can never get married now. He can never date, because the first girl who's with him, obviously she's going to Google him eventually. And she's going to have to come to terms with the fact that I was the rebound chick from a horse. I was the rebound chick for a horse. I came after a horse. Things didn't work out with the horse, and then he settled for me. That's got to sting. That's not good for your self-confidence at all. Like, your competition is a horse. That's your peer group. It has 4 legs. I don't know if this is like a serious relationship or not, but, you know, they went on a date. The farrier. He got her a gift card to get her nails done by a farrier. Oh, my goodness gracious. He took her out for dinner. They had oats and hay. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my goodness gracious. So, anyway, the police report keeps going on. Sarah called her veterinarian, who quickly responded to the scene. The vet took the anal swab and blah, blah, blah. I'd like to note that Sarah and Hillary didn't recognize the man in the video and couldn't think of anyone that would do something like this. There were cameras inside the barn, however. There were none outside. Therefore, there was no way of identifying how the offender arrived at the barn. I spoke to several homeowners on Miller and Fox Road who have cameras on the property. They're willing to give their cameras up if needed. So that's one. The other report says, officers Joseph Schwinier was assigned to this at approximately 10 a.m. I was dispatched to speak with a female party. I met with Jane Elias of 18 Farrington Ave, Norfolk. She stated that last night she was on Facebook and saw someone had posted about the incident that took place on Miller Street. She has horses on Trinity Stables located at 166 Hemington Place. This morning, while at the barn, she observed one of the male barn workers, who she believed to match the description of the unidentified suspect. So she has a horse at another farm in Norfolk. She goes there. She's like, that guy looks like the horse fucker. So my question is, like, how do you show up for work the next day if you're the guy they're looking for who fucks horses? And they said, like, this guy knows his way around horses. He probably works with horses. It's the same fucking town. And this dumbass shows up at work the next day when everybody on Facebook is looking for the horse fucker. Not smart, pal. Not smart. She was able to capture 3 photos of the possible suspect and sent them to my department email. She stated that the male employee was new and did not know his name. She explained that Trinity uses a male party by the name of Louise, that's weird, to hire help. She does not have any contact info for Louise. She also stated the stable workers were there for approximately 20 minutes each day, anytime between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. This report and pictures will be passed on to Detective Webb for review. The last officer's report says, I was notified by Officer Nick Ethier, informed of the following about everything that happened, blah, blah, blah. I arrived on scene, and Sarah Smith and Dr. Elizabeth Maloney were there. I asked Swar how she found out about the assault, and she stated, I have a tenant whose mother has access to camera system. She couldn't sleep last night and decided to look at the cameras. I mean, what are the odds of that? She saw the assault. I couldn't sleep at night, so I just watched the horse camera and said, oh, there a guy is fucking my horse. That's just swell. The registered name of the horse assaulted is 𝗟𝗄𝗄𝗏. She is a Tracker thoroughbred. Registration, blah, blah, blah. They performed the swab of the anus and the vagina. The swabs were delivered to the laboratory to test for human DNA. How do you explain that one? Like, so they got a rape kit on the horse, and it's like, if your DNA comes back on that, how do you like, well, it was consensual. We were drunk. I didn't know she was drunk. I didn't know she couldn't consent. Bitch, she's a horse. Yeah. She can't consent because, she's not even in your phylum. Oh, no, she might be in your phylum, but maybe not your class. Anyway, we observed a light brown-skinned male standing next to a horse on a small stepladder masturbating. After the male masturbated for a few minutes, took a while there, she observed the male position himself behind the horse, and oh, God, he just threw it in there, didn't he? He just didn't care. Anybody have any thoughts on this? Does anybody have any thoughts on how this happened? Like, why? What gave him the courage to? How do you know about this place too? Is he's never been there? They said, I guess they said they've seen Hillary released images from the video to multiple sources. I guess that would be me. I received numerous calls within the next few days from concerned citizens offering info. As a result, we focused on Jackson Kelley. I learned that he grew up at 12 School Street, where his parents still reside, and he often visits there. This residence is less than a 1 mile walk on pavement from Turner Hill Stables. However, I am also aware of a network of footpaths in the woods beyond Kelly's house, which led directly out of Miller Street in the area of the stables. After reviewing the video, it's apparent that the suspect is familiar with the layout of the barn. He knew exactly where the light switch was at the midway point of the barn. According to one report, Kelley is familiar with the layout of the barn and property as he has ridden horses there in the past. So, yeah. Okay. So he strongly resembles the subject. Oh, this is although Kelley resides in Alston, Mass., I know he attended a party in Franklin the evening of July 14th, 2021. The location of the party was approximately 1/4 of a mile from his parents' residence, located at 12 School Street. This time I'm awaiting DNA results. So did he just get drunk and go and fuck a horse? Because that's what it's starting to sound like to me. Like he just got drunk and fucked a horse. Like his friend, like he was at a party in Franklin. His boys were there. I mean, he doesn't seem like a loner or a weirdo. When you go on his page, like he's all over the King Phillip High School wrestling page. Here he is. Jackson Kelley's warrior wrestling career has come to an end. He finished his career with a 76-38. That's a 667 winning percentage. As a D2C sectional finalist, 5th place finish at D2 States. Thank you for a great 4 years of hard work, dedication, and success onto bigger and better things. No pun intended. So there he is. And there they are wrestling with some Mansfield bros. There he is up there wearing his medal. I mean, he looks normal, I guess. Maybe he's a little, I don't know. But that's what a horse fucker looks like. There he is in college. Like I said, I mean, he's not ugly. Like he could get chicks, I guess. There they are. Yeah. Smarty bones. And like I said, I feel bad for his family because that's not good. He doesn't look normal. I mean, what looks weird about him? He just looks like a young kid, right? I mean, I don't think he looks weird. I mean, he looks like a jock. He does look like a bootleg Lamar Jackson. He's a handsomer version of Lamar Jackson. Stop it, Bobby. Stop it. With the nay. Nay means nay. No horseplay. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. But like I said, how do you ever move on past that? How do you ever find another girl? I mean, what do you do? Is there counseling for this? Can you go to counseling for bestiality? Like, yeah, so, you know, I'm a sex addict. Oh, really? That's not good. You watch a lot of porn? No, fuck a lot of horses. Fuck a lot of horses, mostly livestock. You know, maybe some equine I can get into, but you know, just the animals that don't fight back. That's what I'm really into. Ugh. Okay. So that's that. All right. Next thing I want to briefly get. Did anybody else have anything on this before we move on? Because I wanted to tell you about a couple things, including the Big Black Jeffrey Day in court yesterday. A spur of the moment thing. Come on. How did I miss that one? That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, man. It's raining men with an EIG. All right. Anything else here geographically? I'm just trying to read the comments, see if there's any good comments here. Did he get arrested? No, so he's being held without bail at in Rentham District Court, and he is undergoing psychological evaluation. I mean, what? What is fuck? Wow. Will he be at the golf tourney? I don't know if he'll be out in time. I don't know if his mom's going to let him go now. We won't have any animals there, so nobody's really in danger or anything. Yeah, maybe he's into ponytails. Yes. Oh man. Mayonnaise. Oh, stop it. Oh God, you guys are too good. Okay. All right. So if the owner there, who I was talking to and said she wanted to come on, if Hillary wants to come on, I see Hillary just got my message. So if Hillary wants to come on, she can grab that. And then I'll tell you guys about my day in court yesterday with Big Black Jeffrey. So here's the deal. Big Black Jeffrey has attempted to get 2 harassment orders on me in March after I exposed him for being a filthy, dirty rapist and a cross-dresser and all that other horrible stuff. You know, a guy that grooms young girls, gives them alcohol, has sex with them, once ate a girl out while she was sleeping. Just awful sexual deviant. So he tried to get a harassment order on me and failed because he claims that people are coming to his house, threatening to kill him. He can't get a job, and it's all my fault, even though all I did was write about him. It's all protected speech, and the the clerk told him that. So it was denied. He left the courthouse. He goes and files for another one 10 minutes later and gets another court date the next week. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I got to go in again, and I got that one thrown out. And then I'm like done with him. And then I get another one in the mail. And we were supposed to have a hearing in early June. And then there was like a million. So this wasn't for a hearing this time. This was for a criminal complaint. How a criminal complaint works. If you go to your local police department and you want someone charged with a crime, the police will see if there's probable cause to charge with a crime. And if there's not, they will not do that. Well, if you're not satisfied with that, citizens can go and file their own criminal complaint. And it has to go in front of a clerk. And if the clerk says that there is probable cause, then they will give that to a judge to hear. But if the police themselves, who do this for a living, don't think there's probable cause, then chances are you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and it's not going to go anywhere. So this is just a colossal waste of time on my part. So it's supposed to be in early June, and there's 1 million people there. So I'm like, I had to pick up my daughter at school. And I'm like, can we go first? And they're like, no, there's a lot of people there. I'm like, well, I got to pick my kid up. Okay. I don't have time for this shit. This is a fucking joke to me. This is not serious. This is a waste of my time. And so I leave. And so they give me another court date, July 19th. So I go to court yesterday, and it's at 9 a.m. and I'm there for like over an hour, and all these deadbeat cases are going and stuff like that. And finally they call us. And oh boy, I am pulling the audio for that. Now, if I had a tape of that, if I was recording, if I put a phone right here, okay, if I put my phone right here on my computer and I recorded myself in my, hearing doing this, that would be wiretapping. So I would not be able to share that video if said video existed, okay? But if I did do that and I did listen to the tape, it would be one of the most awesome court videos you've ever heard in your entire life. I don't want to kiss my own ass here or toot my own horn, if you will, but I was spectacular yesterday. I was in full Perry Mason mood. I was one of the great litigators of all time. I went full Clarence Darrow on these motherfuckers. So Big Black Jeffrey comes in there when it's his turn, and he's like doing this whole, Your Honor, I have 40 documents and I have 3 witnesses who want to talk. This is a harassment, and I've been threatened. And this person, his big complaint is on March 18th, he called my house and threatened to fucking kill me and slit my fucking throat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I did no such thing. He claims, he's like, I don't know if it's him. I mean, he called me from a restricted number. Oh, right. And then the rest is all, this person said this comment on this page, and he's pulling that whole thing where they're like, oh, somebody was mean in the comments to me and threatened to cut my balls off, as if I'm at all responsible for that. Newsflash for you people out there who want to bring me to court. Like, it's been tried before, the whole somebody threatened to kill me in the comments thing. Like, I'm not responsible for the comments. I never will be. No publisher is, because there's this thing called CDA Section 230 that protects publishers from being responsible legally for comments left by third parties on their websites. Were it not for CDA Section 230, basically no websites would ever be allowed to have comment sections, and there would be no social media, because social media platforms like Facebook should not be able to be sued because I told you that I was going to, cut your wife's fucking clitoris off. But so they would not be able to operate. So obviously I'm not responsible for something a third party said, and it's anonymous. How do I know Jeffrey didn't write that shit to himself? How do I know that? He also took this chick. Remember that chick, 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲, that I had on the show that one time? He's trying to get a criminal complaint against her after we tried to get a harassment order against her, and it didn't go anywhere. And 𝗟𝗶𝘃𝗲, she came on the show and she talked about how Jeffrey groomed her and sexually assaulted her. Remember during the massage? Yeah, fucking disgusting. He's like one of the most evil, vile rapists ever. So he did his whole spiel about how he's the victim, and then it was my turn to talk. And like I said, if there was a 6.5 minute video, a 6 minute and 32 second video out there of me ranting, it would make you hard. It would make some of you moist and some of you hard if you heard it. I'm just telling you right now. I was in rare form. And I ripped into him for about 3 minutes and 12 seconds and just destroyed his whole narrative. I didn't say there was no pauses. It was just straight up boom, 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 boom. Here's what he did, blah, blah, blah. I had everything written down, rare form. And then he tried to do his whole do his thing, and the magistrate asked him a question like, how do you respond to that? He's like, well, I got a death threat in this area. Oh, really, Jeffrey? How do you know that was me? You don't know that was me. Do you have any evidence it's me? No, you don't. Your Honor, this is he wasn't a judge. I don't know what you're supposed to call him. Your clerkship, your magistrateness, whatever you want to be called. I don't even know if you have to have a law degree to be a clerk magistrate, but because this guy was a fucking idiot, an absolute fucking idiot. Like, as soon as he heard that there's no evidence here, that like Jeffrey has nothing, that he's making this whole thing up, that I've never contacted, and this is what I said during the thing. I go, I've never once contacted this individual. I wrote about this individual. I did not threaten this individual. I did not contact this individual. I don't know this individual's phone number. And he's like, Your Honor, he wrote about me and he called me a rapist. I'll go, oh, I did. Oh, I did. Because you, sir, are a filthy, disgusting rapist. A serial rapist, might I add. Multiple women have come forward and accused you of sexually assaulting them. And I will be their voice. I will defend them. I will expose you. I will not stop calling you a rapist, because that, sir, is what you are. A disgusting, filthy rapist. And, Your Honor, this has been litigated twice already, which I never should have said, because this is what caused the delay. I go, this has been litigated twice already. And he's basically bringing that back on the same grounds, the same script he's using here about, oh, I'm getting death threats from third parties, and he sent me a death threat, and blah 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 blah. So the clerk goes, oh, what were those dates? I'm going to look them up. So he goes to look them up, and then he's hearing, and then he comes back, and then it's like he's hearing another case. I'm like, yo, Your Honor, what about us? It's noon. It's been 3 hours. What's up? He's like, oh, I haven't read it yet. I'm like, what is there to read? I go, I shouldn't even mention that. I'm like, it's quite frankly irrelevant to this whole thing, because I'm just trying, like, there's nothing here. I haven't committed a crime. Nothing's happened. Nothing. I haven't contacted this person. So why the fuck are you bothering with me? He's like, well, I have to read it first. No, there's nothing to read. There's nothing. It's his job to present evidence. He hasn't fucking done that. I go, I got somewhere to be. I gotta go. I had to pick up a Walmart order. We had groceries. We do it online. I had to go pick up my Walmart order. Frozen food too is gonna melt between 12 and 1 in Leominster. So I had to go there. I'm like, I gotta go get groceries. So he's like, can you come back at 2? I go, no, I can't come. I go, he goes, and the clerk goes, what's your day like? What are you planning? What's my day like, motherfucker? What's my day like? My day is like whatever the fuck I want it to be like. I don't need to be here right now. He goes, why? What do you have planned? I go, I know that you're probably used to deadbeats who don't have jobs. And I'm probably the only one in this Zoom call who works for a fucking living. I know you can't relate because you're getting paid to be here right now, but I'm not. I have to do what's called work for a living. I run a business. I don't have time for this fucking game right now that this fucking lunatic is playing with you. He is wasting the court's time. He's embarrassing you. He's humiliating your court. This doesn't happen in any of the courts, just Springfield. I never get the call back at other courts. Ryan Waters dragged me to that courthouse 50,000 fucking times. Like they will let a ham sandwich come in there and file a criminal complaint against you. Other courts have filters. I know in Quincy District Court, that lunatic that was friends with Kay Peter, the fuck, Judy Cole. She tried to file a freaking harassment order against me. Didn't get a hearing. I found out because I have sources in the clerk's office there. Didn't get a hearing. Why? Because she didn't have any grounds for it. You don't just go handing out hearings. That only happens in Rhode Island and Springfield. 2 places where law and order cease to exist. 2 places filled with complete fucking idiots. Don't go to either of those places, ever. Stay out. So yeah. I go, yeah, I mean, I could have come back at 2, but I'm like, I got shit to do. I got blogs to write. I was doing that big story yesterday. I was researching it on the Rigo brothers and 𝗟𝗂𝘃𝗃𝗃. I'm like, I don't want to come back. Like I'm not giving you a whole day of my life. I've given so much already. Fuck this guy. So yeah, we got another court date. So we're going back on September 6th, and I am going to give out the Zoom calls. It was hilarious because I guess these are technically open to the public, but you're not supposed to give out the Zoom code, but fuck it. Somebody gave it out anyway. Oops, don't know who that was. It's just absurd and ridiculous, as is the idea that you can't tape it. I mean, they're literally taping the whole thing. I can call up and get the tape, but I can't tape it myself. Huh? Okay, whatever. That makes sense. Sure. Right. Well, so I'll be back there on September 6th. And if somebody hands out the Zoom code to that, I can't stop anybody from just coming on and joining us. And I'm going to be prepared again. And I am going to fucking call him a rapist 50,000 times. Like so many times. Like I'm just going to be like, you're a rapist, you're a rapist, you're a rapist, etc. Okay. Towards Walmart. Thank you. So I think I see in the backstage now. I'm not going to bring her on until she looks like she's trying to hide her camera. So is that Hillary? Can you wave if that's Hillary? Is that you, Hillary? Is that you? I can't hear you because I haven't brought you on yet. Wave if it's you. Wave if it's you. I see. Okay, it's you. Okay. So do you want to use your video? Do you want to come on video? It looks like you were trying to hide there. Okay, I can't hear a word you're saying. So, do you want to use video? I'm going to DM you right there. So, the woman who owns the horse barn is in the backstage. She said she wanted to come on. Okay, so I'm going to bring her on now then. All right. Hello, Hillary?
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yes, welcome aboard.
I am so excited for this.
Oh, good, good.
I'm going to be in so much trouble for this. You have no idea.
Why would you be in trouble?
I used to live in Texas, and this story is everywhere.
Oh, yeah?
I have had the most, like Jimmy Kimmel's camp. I've had every camp try to be part of the story because who in their right fucking mind has had a horse humper in their camp.
This isn't common?
No.
No. So
when is this ever common?
I don't know. I've never heard of this happening before.
No, but I will say kudos to you, because how you even found out about the horse thumping story is beyond me.
The horse what story?
Thumping, fucking, humping.
Oh, I mean, I saw it because you posted it on Facebook.
I know, but I don't even know how you even found that, because a friend of a friend shared it to you.
Well, it's like if you share a horse fucking story on Facebook, it's going to get shared a lot. And that means it's eventually going to make its way to my desk, because I see the stuff that goes viral. So like, you have no idea how many people sent me that story. They're like, you have to write about this story.
Okay, so it is pretty abnormal. I'm trying to change my lighting because my lighting really does suck. However, I will tell you, do you want to know the saddest part about the story?
What's that?
I watched the video, and the saddest part about all of this is his family. Now his family has to do the healing. Would you know this motherfucker actually pled innocent?
Well, pled not guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think he's going to plead guilty?
Not guilty. Innocent. Innocent.
Is that an option? You can plead innocent? I didn't even know that's an option.
I've never been to court. Have you?
Oh, many times, unfortunately. I was in court yesterday for quite some time. But I always win. It's okay. So it's good. I'm not like a criminal or anything. But so anyway, I mean, he's not gonna like admit, he's got nothing to gain by pleading guilty.
No.
Yeah, so
I have the video. So how does anybody?
You have the whole video. You've actually seen him inserted in there.
Well, see, this is where you and I are going to differ, because you did try to get it out of me.
I did. Video. Well, so did he with the horse, but go ahead.
But the sad thing is, it was a plan. This whole thing was a plan. I can't change this light. I need to change the light. It's bugging me.
Yeah, go ahead.
There we go. That's so much better.
Yes, that's much better. Yes.
That's much better. There was a plan, and that's what sicked me out about a lot of it.
So what do you mean there was a plan? Because he brought the stool?
Okay, you said it.
Yeah.
There's one of two things. He's either going to make a baby centaur, or he woke up at 4:00 in the morning and he wants to hump a horse.
I think that he was out late night partying, because it was like 4:30 in the morning, and I think he must have been cocked.
18 or 19 years old. Oh, how old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay, so when you went out to parties, you probably like vandalized things, like you spray painted stuff.
No comment. No comment.
Okay, right. Cops catch you and they say, if we catch you again, you're going to go home and you're going to tell your parents on you and bop, 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 bop. And that's the end of it.
Yes.
You don't want to get busted. But who in the right mind would hump a horse?
Somebody that lost a bet?
No, that's not a bet.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Somebody who's sick in the head, obviously. Somebody who's very sick.
Yeah. So I have a good friend. She's a publicist. And the horse industry is a fairly elitist program. Like, it's the rich and the they do whatever they want. And she wrote a deal, and it was on Read It, and I'll forward it. But the funny thing is, when you buy a horse, you think about the veterinary care, the farrier, where you're going to keep it, how you want to do. Never once you ever think about a farm that's safe at, because who in the right mind would fuck a horse?
Yeah, I mean, are you worried at all that your farm now is going to get a reputation as like the place?
The best ever, obvious.
I mean, that could affect your Google reviews. Like, I dropped my horse off there, it got fucked by a human. Like, that's not.
But he's not gay, because it was a mare.
Yeah, well, at least
he's not gay.
I think any hole would have done for that gentleman, right? Do you think he picked out a female horse? Why that horse? Is it the prettiest?
Why a horse?
You have horse?
No, but why a horse?
Well, I was thinking about this. Okay, so first of all, its vagina is probably so big that it doesn't notice it, and it's not going to get startled like a poodle. Like it's not going to yelp and scream. And I've thought about this way too much. And it's, you know, you've never seen an out of shape horse. They have nice legs, right?
No.
Nice firm ass.
See, now you're humanizing. You're humanizing being sex.
Yes, I am.
Stop that.
I mean, a horse is a sexy animal for an animal.
A cheetah, like a tiger.
Is it? Yeah, if you want to die. If you want to die afterwards.
Right, but that's like, I would rather that than
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck any animal, just to be clear. But it's like, I don't know. So have you seen this kid around town? He lives a mile from you.
Oh my God, that's also public, isn't it?
Yeah, he lives a mile from, like, wait, is that your farm?
It was.
So there's a trail in the back of your yard, I guess they said, that leads to his parents' house.
Nope. I'm by the Charles River. River.
Oh, so this isn't your property in Norfolk?
No. Like, this is my property, but it's by the Charles River.
Oh, the Charles River goes to Norfolk?
Yeah, it goes everywhere. It goes all the way to Boston. Duh.
I thought it made up the bound. I thought it made up the boundary of Boston. I didn't know that. Okay, I learned something new every day. Okay, gotcha.
Maybe we'll figure this out very soon, because I'm pretty sure that someone's going to text us or message us and say we're both wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, this individual, which I'm not supposed to talk publicly about any of it. However, I figured you did break the case. I have no idea how you broke the case. And it wasn't by my original Facebook. It was a friend of a friend that reached out to you, and you're kind of like the Onion, but worse. So you're like a wicked hot pepper. And now we all know
I am a wicked hot pepper.
You are. I know, but like I said, you're very distorted.
Thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment.
It is. Like like I said, it's a centaur.
So can I ask you something? You've seen the video. How long did he last? What?
Longer than normal.
What? Oh, did he finish? Where did he finish?
I didn't have to pick it up.
Oh no!
I would tell you.
No.
I would never know. It was a well thought out story. Oh, I'm not sharing this video because it's not worth it.
It's not. I mean, I'd like to see it.
None of us.
I'd like to see it. You've seen it. Are you traumatized from seeing the video?
Yes.
Are you sleeping okay?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Today, can I really be honest? Like, after watching all of it, not all of it, but submitting all of it, my heart is broken for his family.
Yeah, me too. When I saw the pictures of his family, they seem like nice people.
They are. They're one's a teacher, one works within the town. It's very sad.
That is sad. Yeah.
Typical story. It's very typical. And I will tell you, when I originally published a story, I had racial threats within my.
Racial threats? Why? Because
I didn't release a picture. I only released what I saw, and everybody had criticized me for being racial. Because
you identified the race of the person who did this and they weren't white.
Per se race, I described the situation. And until after I had posted the picture, then everybody had kind of went dead silent.
So you said what's the big deal with pointing out everybody points out that's a thing.
Okay, all right. So you can read your own reviews as far as what this post has brought, and half of them have to do with racial slurs and or origins and or whatever.
You're talking about the comment section.
Oh my God, they're horrible.
I don't read the comment section because it's disgusting. I don't even read it.
Right, you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, and I don't. I should give people a trigger warning. If you go, it's like the Wild West in there. It's all anonymous. People, when they're anonymous, they say shit they would never say if their name was on it. So
they're hidden.
Yeah, exactly. So
a little cursor and whatever.
I would assume there was some mean-spirited things said in there about the kid's race. I'm guessing, but
right.
That's not my objection. My objection is he fucks horses. Like that's my problem with him, you know. Like, so how is the owner of the horse feeling?
Horses don't humanize anything. I think all of us, as you are, like, this is great, like, not publicity, but who in the fuck in their right mind fucks a horse? I'm
talking about the horse's owner. She's sad.
Oh my God, we're all devastated. This is ruining my business.
Does the horse have to go to therapy?
God, I hope so.
Is that a thing? Okay.
No.
Does it even know what happened? Like, is it even? Does the horse seem disturbed at all? Is it like?
There's no humanizing horse race.
Okay, so there's no. Okay, so the horse just is going about its day like nothing happened. That's probably why he did it. He probably Googled it. It's like, which animal is least traumatized from bestiality? Horse.
No, do you know what I think? Like, I'm the worst. I was watching 𝗏𝗃𝗃, like all those ID movies and all that. Like, anybody that humps an animal, isn't that someone who's prepping themselves?
For what?
Anybody that humps an animal, aren't they prepping themselves for doing something bigger?
Doesn't get much bigger than a horse. What is he going to get a blue whale?
No, but
I mean,
who humps a fucking horse?
I don't know, because I was saying, I'm like, he's not ugly. I mean, he's young. He can get girls. He could probably get something.
Really?
It's America. Have you seen anyone get laid? He's not like hideous. He could probably get a chick his own age, like a woman, a human being from the same genus and species as him. And he could probably have sex with her. But he preferred the horse. He preferred the horse. There's something wrong with him.
I don't know what attracts anybody to anything. Everybody's different. Blue-eyed, brown-eyed, long hair, short hair.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he had strong feelings for this horse. He specifically picked this horse out. How many horses were in the whole stable?
22.
And he chose this one. And it looked like he pulled her out in front of the other horses to like send a message like, yeah, this is my girl. Like, this is mine. She's my favorite horse. I
don't know where it came from, but it was quite interesting. Someone quoted me saying, like, lady lumps or lady something or other having to do with horse parts, and I'd never seen it or said it or anything.
I'll take your word for it.
Have you had a lot of feedback from this?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of feedback from a lot of stories that I write, but this is certainly one of the more popular stories of last week. Was this one for sure? And this one, yeah, especially today. I knew it would be big when we found out who it was, and I'm like, all I'm thinking is like, let him have Facebook. Please let him have Facebook. He didn't have Facebook. He's got like nothing on his Facebook, but he's on the wrestling. He was like Mr. Popular in high school. It looks like at King Phillip. He was an athlete. He's on the wrestling team. He seemed to have friends. He's got a nice family. Like, this is not what I expected.
No, I didn't expect it either. I really felt that I would have closure in some of this, but I don't.
Yeah.
I feel for his parents because he's young and he's going to be forever marked as a horse fucker.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't get rid of that label. How do you move on? Because if you, like I was saying earlier, I'm like, you can't get a girlfriend because like you don't. How'd you like to be the girlfriend? How'd you like to be the rebound chick from a horse? That's what she would like. I'm the rebound. I'm helping you get over the horse.
Wow.
That's not good.
No, but I'm pretty sure his next girlfriend is probably going to be a boyfriend, and it's going to probably in cell block 10.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, although if you think jail's gonna bad, wait till Mr. Ed finds out what he did.
I don't know.
He's gonna whoop his ass.
I don't know. I just read an episode and an article, and it said he pled innocent.
I believe the term is not guilty. I don't think you can plead it. Courts don't find you innocent. They either find you guilty or not guilty.
That shows how immature I am about all of that at 44.
That's a good thing.
I don't know anything about court. I don't want to know anything about court.
You're better off not knowing a lot about court.
Please tell me you have a better story other than a horse humper today.
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of stories a lot of the time. This was just like,
I love stories.
What was that?
Tell me a story. I love stories.
Tell you a story? Were you listening earlier? I was talking about this guy, Big Black Jeffrey.
Who's Jeffrey?
Big Black Jeffrey. He is speaking of deviants, he is a cross-dresser from West Springfield, Massachusetts, who feeds alcohol to underage girls and eats them out while they're sleeping. Yeah, that's not good either. Yeah, these are the kind of scumbags I write about on a daily basis. Was this the first time you ever heard of Turtleboy when this blog was written?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
had, a friend of mine. You're a lot like the Onion, which is underground. You're underground. You've been kicked off most.
Yes, I have been kicked off a lot of platforms. Correct.
Which I understand. Kicked off like a lot of mainframes, which I completely understand. Although, like, freedom of the press, you can say whatever. Woo! However, you really can't. You have to be careful in what you say. And even like I found that out the last 2 days, you have to be very careful in what you say because they speak 5 different ways. And it's probably not what you said at all.
That's true. So I'm gonna keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So anyway, I gotta let you go because we gotta wrap this up. We usually do an hour show, but thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us.
Oh my God, I love you guys, and I have a fun story for you other than this as well.
Okay, well, we'll keep in touch.
Cum on the floor, on a wood floor.
You found cum on the floor?
There's another story.
Oh boy. Okay, you're gonna have to share that another time then.
All right. Bye, my friend.
Okay, bye. All right, so that was fun. All right, so why don't we do a little Ask Turtleboy to finish it? We didn't have time to get to the Calvina Strothers story. I'll save that for another time. But complete bullshit. Go read that story if you haven't read already. Michaela Miller's mom had the charges dropped against her for child abuse on account of her kid killing herself. I guess that, and then just, forming a mob and threatening the very same district attorney who was charging you with the crime. Yeah. So that helps. Anyway, yeah, she was fun. Different. Ended it on a high note there with the cum on the floor story. Definitely need to know more about that. I was like dropped at the end, like, oh yeah, by the way, I also found cum on the floor. A lot of things going on over at that over in that stable. Do we all feel? I thought it was entertaining. You guys were entertained. That was entertaining as fuck. That was not what I was expecting. But all right. Anything else, guys? Do you guys have any questions before we call it a night? If you have any questions, fire away. The stable of many cubs. Stop it. All right. I just had to block myself from pouring up tonight. Did he wrap it up? I don't think so. When you fuck a horse, you don't wrap it up. I got nothing new on Beast Lightning. I'm not sure. I bet Mike Giannetti was there. Probably the horse. If Mike Giannetti was there, the horse would be dead by now from a fucking heroin overdose. But there a place to spectate at the golf tournament? No, unfortunately not. Oh, Kevin thought she was hot. She was fun, definitely fun. Let's see. Do us viewers get group therapy? You haven't seen the video yet. No. I'm so glad I got to pay. Oh, fucking Jeff. I turned on TV today. CNN is having a circle jerk. Don't ask me why CNN was on when I turned on the TV, but CNN was having a fucking circle jerk with Jeff Bezos. And by the way, they love CNN and the media and the Democrats. They love billionaires as long as they're woke tech billionaires. Those are their favorite kind of billionaires, woke tech billionaires. I mean, imagine Trump or somebody like him, imagine Mike Lindell spending that kind of money to go into outer space. I mean, and then like glorifying him. Like it's a fucking joke. All right. Anything else? Was she drunk? I don't think. Was she drunk? You guys sure? People keep saying she was drunk. I don't know. I have no comment. Maybe that's just how she is normally. What's with the turtle? Yeah, I don't know. I usually decide Turtle Club topic that day. So yeah, if you're in the Turtle Club, we will be having a live stream tomorrow night at 9 p.m. right on the website, not on YouTube. You got to go right to the website and join the Turtle Club if you want to watch. I assume Brett's having an after party as he does every night. Did those idiots finally realize they were wrong? No, they'll never admit they were wrong. People like that you can't argue with. Like, of course they're wrong. Like I showed undeniable proof that Sam Adams donated 15 cases of beer to the Turtleboy golf tournament. And then I showed receipts showing that and all this shit. And they're like, well, an intern on Twitter said this. Yeah, well, here's me being there at this time. Timestamp photos and emails. Like, well, they probably didn't know you were Turtleboy. Well, I came wearing a fucking Turtleboy hat, so that might have helped. I don't know. Anything else? I'll get to the puppy mill lady. She's on my list. Trust me. I'm kind of busy with Big Black Jeffrey in court and this the Rigo brothers story. I'm going to try to do another thing with that tomorrow night. The 𝗏𝗏 story I'm working on getting is freaking. I told you I spoke with the lady on the Facebook machine the other day who was in the car with Pam Hupp. I'm trying to get them on the show. So stay tuned with that. What are thoughts on Carano getting the Gerry? Yeah, he's my favorite of them. I mean, Carano is a natural. Like it sounds like he's done this before. Like he's got like the other guy. I mean, the other guys were fine, but they obviously like there's guys on there. Like Carano he's got a voice for media. And I think he's pretty good. He's the closest thing that we have to Cullen. I like Cullinan. I've always liked Dave. And I think Carano can do a good job too. Did she know she was on? Yes, she did know that. No, she knew people were watching. I told her that. What happened with BBJ? Go back and watch I talked about it for like 15 minutes before she came on. The Vermont murderer, I don't know, no updates with that. The horse rape kit, yep, that's what they're doing right now. They matched with the horse on Farmers Only. That's good. How'd the kid get in the barn? Yeah, that's a good point. I should have asked her that. I don't even have my foursome yet. So I don't know yet. Cully's got a permanent Huff stool. Woody, yes, he does. Yes, he does. Don't you have to submit paperwork with the Turtleboy name on it for the golf tournament donation? Paperwork? I don't get it. Yeah, she knew like you said, she was worried about lighting, so. All right. Anything else, guys, before we call it a night? No foursome. Hey, I'm open-minded and progressive. We can have some fun here if you want. All right. Wonder if Tom Mountain thinks Jackson Kelley is a loser. 𝗃𝗄𝘃𝗀. I was gonna see it. I almost went with Seattle blew my load. But I thought that was a little bit too graphic if I said that. Or 𝗧𝗵𝘂𝗃𝗀. That was a tough. I was gonna go with 𝗧𝗵𝘂𝗃𝗀, but I went with Seaman Biscuit. It just made the most sense. Oh, you saw me at the WooSox on the 4th of July and you didn't say hi? I was there with my kids too. That was a good game. That was an amazing game. They almost came back and lost that game. They had a 5-1 lead in the ninth. I didn't watch a fucking single pitch. Don't go to the WooSox games unless on sold out nights. If you go to the WooSox games, they sell like 15,000 tickets and there's 5,000 seats. So like they sell 10,000 general admission seats. Everybody just wanders around the ballpark looking for a place to like stick their head out and watch the fucking game. You cannot find anywhere to watch the fucking game. That's the problem with the WooSox. I spent the whole time walking around the stadium looking for a place to watch the goddamn game. Is Tom Mountain part of your foursome? No. Yeah, smash that like button, guys, if you haven't done already. Smash that prescribe button. And yeah, all right. How much was general admission? I don't know. I think it was like, they were like $15 or something. So, but that was the 4th of July night. They had like a big fireworks thing there. Brought the kids. It was cool. They liked it. Any updates on the Press New Hampshire losing? Nah. Never heard from him. Okay. All right, guys. So we will see you guys all for we'll see the Turtle Club people tomorrow night on TB Daily News or turtleboysports.com. The rest of you guys will see Thursday night right here on the Turtle Boy live stream on YouTube. All right. Peace, Turtle Riders.